What is your cycle with yoga? When you think of your yoga practice, do you have a cycle there?
I do kind of have a cycle, I guess, and it is dictated by my teaching schedule.
Feel for you.
And that, yeah, I try to practice what I am teaching.
Yeah.
And I don't always get like a full, 75-minute practice in before teaching a 75-minute class.
Right.
But I feel like I am sort of always practicing and kind of, putting things together. And then again, it's not always just the physical practice. I feel like yoga has made me more aware of how yoga is happening all the time. When I can still my mind and be present in the moment, like that's yoga. And so like when I go out in nature and can kind of especially still my mind and just be really aware of different things I'm seeing. I love going to new places, but my kids go to something called Natureversity.
Right.
Which is down at Mary Moore Seawright Park, for those who know. And it's just a lot of open space to go. There's some trails. There's like some places you can feel like you're exploring, but not really. You're never too far from a trail. But it's great to go there and sort of, I don't know, like notice the changes out there, notice changes like within me, and kind of let the two sort of inform each other, I feel like. So yeah, in those moments, it's like I'm not, doing downward dog, but I'm present and I'm breathing and I'm aware of my breath and I'm aware of what I'm observing and observing out there, observing within. And I think that's yoga.
Yeah. I've started to translate yoga into mindfulness. Like there's somehow synonyms.
Yeah.
It's not just once I get past it's these movements, it's really how present I am. Can I still the mind? Can I, be fully present and realize my optimal self or my true self?
Yeah. Yeah.
Moment by moment.
Yep. Moment by moment.
And the postures is one pathway or one.
It is a vehicle. It lets you, that's a cycle in itself too. Like coming in, how do you enter into even a child's pose? And how are you present in child's pose? Is it easy to be present? Is your mind scattered? Are you bored?
Yeah.
Are you running through your grocery list,
Yeah.
Or are you just like noticing how the breath is moving? We're like folded in a little bit here, a little more open in the back, a little more compressed through the hips and the legs. Like, can I be present with sensations? Especially like when I teach young classes, which I love because it's so counter to what people are normally doing when they're doing yoga. It's like you're sitting with a pose for a while.
Yeah.
And the longer you stay, sensations change and sometimes become louder, sometimes, float through, your body opens up, you can sink a little deeper into a pose. But it's so counter from how we're normally just sort of flowing through. It's a different type of mindfulness than Ashtanga, right? Where part of our mind can be doing a thing, which I experienced when I was like competitively swimming. I grew up as a competitive swimmer, and I realized I didn't have yoga while I was a swimmer, and I wish I did, but I found yoga after I retired. And then I remember I always felt very clumsy on land, but when I started doing yoga, I was very connected to the breath and I had pretty good body awareness. But then when I went back into the water, I was like, oh, this was a moving meditation the whole time.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And it was really beautiful to be able to go back into swimming and have this like whole fresh perspective with it, where I had gotten sort of, I was just kind of burnt out from it. And it used to mean one thing, and now it kind of means another thing to me. But I think I think that can be achieved in like an Ashtanga practice. And I think it can be achieved equally like in a yin practice where, we can still the body, notice how busy the mind is, do our best to kind of be with that and settle it down and smooth that out a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And get into some different places in our bodies as well.
Where open some stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah. Unwinding like the fascia of the body and, which is the connective tissue. Mm-hmm. And, it used to just be like, I don't know. I go like this because when it's like a fairly new discovery, like probably just, I don't know, from like the 70s, I want to say, is when it first started being like recognized as an important part of our bodies.
Fascia?
Fascia, yeah. It used to just be like, oh, we're doing, surgery, we're doing an autopsy, whatever. We can just like
cut through that.
It'll be fine. Toss it to the side. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Our bodies spent time making.
Yeah, they need that.
Maybe it's important. Oh, it turns out it conducts like all of the like emotional, like energetic energy and information through our whole system.
Whoa.
I know. Whoa,
that's why
right?
It's important that we are doing trigger point and rolling our body out.
Yeah.
And doing those type of practices.
Absolutely.
Because those are releasing the fascia, right?
Yeah.
And that's body work, like massage is doing that same thing. Yep. It's myofascial release.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And we're just learning more and more about it. Like I want to say there's even like fascia that's been discovered like in the brain recently.
Brain fascia.
Yeah. So all kinds of interesting things still unfolding.
People talk about how, I've heard this, you know how there's reflexology, like you can get to all the organs in the hands and the feet. In that same vein, yoga instructors or yoga teachers have said like when we're doing a lot of hip openers, it can like map to childhood wounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Like emotional things can come up when we're really opening our hips and working into that area.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard it and I believe it. I feel like I have had some good releases. Yeah. I remember crying. Like the first time I cried in a yoga class, I was like in child's pose. And the teacher just came and patted my back.
Crying?
Oh yeah. I cried. And I was like, oh, and I talked to her after and it was like that same thing of like,
you
it's
had
probably
an emotional response.
I did for sure. Yeah. I mean, I always did on some level, whether I was, it definitely opened me up to more things that were happening internally, emotionally. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And well, okay. With the fascia, something interesting, in the yin practice, I'm not like a trained Chinese medical practitioner, not trained, but a student. Like I study.
Yeah.
And I'm always learning. But what I find fascinating is that these meridian lines, which meridian translates as little river, like a channel of energy.
I've seen those at my acupuncturist. He's got like diagrams of human bodies with a bunch of lines all over them.
Exactly. It runs along the fascia lines.
Oh.
Like so these connection points that we have now discovered, it actually overlays with these things that have been known about for thousands of years that people just like knew.
Yeah.
People just sat with long enough and figured out, which I find that fascinating.
Like Eastern medicine has known about these for a long time through acupuncture. Yeah. And we just needed our science to validate it.
Exactly.
Now we know it's okay.
Now we know. It's real.
Because our science has shown it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Something we discarded for a long time. Yeah. But like actually, y'all.
But now insurance will cover it.
Probably.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Your insurance covers it.
I don't know. Good luck with that.
Because I like acupuncture. I've done it. I don't have insurance now, but hopefully I will in the future.
Yeah.
But when I did have it, I would go do acupuncture a bunch. And he even started hooking up electricity to that. And it was like pulsing my body. My
wild.
meridians were getting like lit up.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Electrical current.
Sometimes he would turn it on before adjusting it and it'd be like popping off. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh,
Like, you
my
could turn that
gosh.
down, boss.
Yeah,
Well, not
totally.
boss, I think is like,
Probably didn't call
I
him
remember
that, but
name. Probably Doc.
Doc?
Doctor.
Did you call him Doc?
Probably.
That's neat.
What's up, Doc?
I like that.